Yes. Now on to another DIY that doesn't require a bunch of supplies. Amy Hodap from Pinspire shows Bill how to turn a few tiles into personalized coasters.
These are some fun DIY coasters. What do we got to do to get started?
Basically, you're going to start with two just kind of tiles that you can find at your local hardware store, or even a craft store. These are kind of heavy-duty coasters.
All right.
You're going to basically pick out the type of craft paper you want to use.
So this is just like a scrapbook piece of paper or something? So just anything that has a design and it's just a simple piece of paper is all it is?
Yeah, and you wouldn't even have to have anything with a design because you can actually use different cutters to make polka dots or diamonds or flowers just out of a plain color. So first step is we need to kind of figure out what size and like where you want to cut on your onto your coaster, because we're going to do these two coasters right here.
Okay, well I'm kind of partial to the record players here, so if I want this part here, is that okay?
So like if you want to cut like your record player out here and like know that that's going to be in off center, however you want to do it, so you can kind of cut into it.
Oh, so I'm not covering the whole thing then, I'm just taking bits and pieces of it and putting it on there.
You can cut out the whole section and put it in the middle and leave an edge, or if you want to kind of expand it, just kind of, if you want those two to be your focus, you can just kind of put them on each one. So if I hand you scissors, are you going to be careful?
Careful is not my middle name. But we'll try.
Okay.
Pretty creative for early in the morning here.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you hang out with all these crafty folks. You tend to get crafty.
There you go. Okay, so if that's how you're gonna have it layered. On there, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull those off, and then here comes the Mod Podge, so brace yourself. So you're gonna take this sponge and just kind of dip it in, and then you're just gonna kind of coat that over the top, just right on top of the coaster there. And once you think you have enough on there, you can just lay the brush just on the table. Put those wherever you would like them. They're gonna be sticky for the moment, so once you place them, that's where they're staying.
That's where they're playing, okay.
We're gonna let that sit for just a second while you do this one.
Okay.
And then we can come back and put our layer over the top.
I think that's just about all sealed down there.
Okay, we're gonna swap these out then. You're gonna take a little bit thinner layer than what you just did, just over the top, because we're gonna do that 2 times, so we're just gonna kind of alternate. So you'll do that 1 time thin, and then we'll swap it out. So, same kind of thing.
Perfect.
And then on the back, we're gonna put one of these on each of the 4 corners.
Are these just little felt things you can go pick up at a furniture store?
Absolutely.
There you go, and once it gets dry,
you can slap another layer on, or you can do it just like that, and you'll have 2 usable coasters.
Well, coasters complete. Up next, Bill and Amy. There's actually an Easter wreath that looks fancy, but it's actually pretty easy to make. Welcome back to Better Kansas City. It is festive, it's fluffy, and it looks great. Even better, it's not that hard to make. Amy Hodap from Pinspire shows Bill how to create an Easter wreath that will wow.
First off, what is this?
This is like, they call it kind of like a loopy yarn.
I thought maybe it was just because you bought it and that was your own.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I bought it. It's called loopy yarn. Okay, so this is super simple. There's no hot glue, so we're good here. You can just tie this. You're just gonna start by tying it on.
Okay.
And it won't go anywhere, so you pretty much can just kind of.
Today I tied one on in downtown.
You sure did. You sure did. With the easy knitting yarn. So just gonna tie it.
Okay.
And then you get to use your mad skills of wrapping this.
Oh, my mad wrap skills?
So you might want to hold that.
Oh yeah, so it goes around
and it's
there.
just going to go side to side to side, and we can kind of pick up that little piece that's kind of straggler out here.
Right there, right there. Okay.
And it just kind of wraps. And you're going to just go all the way around this wreath.
Oh, super.
So this can keep your kids busy forever.
Yes, this could keep Dad busy forever too.
Yes, so you know, you just keep wrapping.
Yeah. When I first started at KCTV5 in Better Kansas City, I got to come over here and do one of my first DIY projects with you here in downtown Lee Summit at your studio. But you're not going to be at your studio too much longer. Where are you going to be at here in the upcoming months?
I'm going to do some pop-up scenarios to where if there's events, maybe possibly down at the West Bottoms, or some of the actual small businesses down here in Lee Summit have asked me to come and do some things there. It'll be smaller. Also some in-home type of activities with some people to kind of, if somebody wants like a ladies crochet night or hand knitting night or, you know, wreath night or something like that, where I can come to them.
My wife has done a number of those where she's gone with her friends, and you know, when they go get together, they have the glass of wine, but then they make a fun project that they take home, and every month they go back and they develop a new part of that initial project that they made. So
and that's one good thing about doing something in home or different locations is there's the possibility of actually kind of coming back to that craft. So if it's kind of a two-part craft or something, that person can be, know that they're going to have to hold on to it for a little while longer and maybe be able to finish it next month or add to that craft.
Or come up with new ideas for it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We stretch it out a little bit, you think?
Tiny bit, yep.
Look at that!
Almost,
you just saved us so much time.
Here we go. See, look what I did. I'm trying to help him. So yeah, you can kind of scoot it out and make it to where it's kind of, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna grab scissors, which I strategically have left. Right, oh, look at that. Wow, he's ready. So just, like here, just cut some off there. We don't recommend using a knife for crafting purposes. I left the scissors over there. So basically what you're gonna do is you might wanna try and actually tie this one and make it all good. So, okay, so we'll call that the back. Okay, so you've got your wreath.
I really kind of like the way that it looks just with the loopy yarn, right?
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
You don't have to do anything with it, and people are floored that they're like, this is yarn? What is this?
Well, that looks wonderful. And note to self, Bill is ready for anything. So they're not done yet. He's actually going to finish up with a pro next. Well, now back to that fluffy Easter wreath Bill is still creating, and that's actually with the help of Pinspire's Amy Hodap. A couple of popsicles and no glue gun needed for the finishing touches.
What you're gonna do now is we have a little bunny and he has a tail, so you want the tail to show.
Okay.
And we have a carrot. And then if you wanna wrap this around the little bunny, you can give him like a little necklace, or you can just leave him white, whatever I want. You can have that choice of doing whatever. Okay. And then we can kind of overlap those two little pieces. You can glue it wherever on the back.
So glue it to itself or glue it to the bunny?
Glue it to the bunny, well, either way. It'll work either way.
Okay.
And then while you've got the back side of that, the popsicle, you're just gonna kind of leave about, about an inch and a half.
It's about an inch and a half
just to kind of glue to the back of the bunny because he's going to go down in there.
So just run a bead down the back
just
here?
down the back. And sometimes super glue works good, but sometimes crafting glue, it kind of depends on the time you have.
And it adheres okay to the fabric on the back of the bunny there?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's also good, I don't use hot glue because on this one, my front door faces the sun.
Oh yeah.
So it can like remelt the hot glue, which is never good.
No.
This was actually attached to a bunch of different string. So I just kind of trimmed it. So if you want to like cover up that little knot, you can, or you can kind of turn it to the side. It's up to you. If you want it to look like a little knot, you can do that as well.
And then again, about an inch and a half off the bottom.
Yeah, same thing.
The
just kind of give it enough strength to hold it.
There about, we'll start putting more glue on.
Yeah, and just different strength glue. Sometimes this one is a little bit trickier to hold.
Is it because it's on that yarn? Or?
Yeah, and it's because it's round.
I think I'm about to run out of
it's probably getting close to the end. I brought the other one over just in case.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay, I think we're glued, so.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good
hold.
Hold there.
And you can double check too. If it's not strong enough once you get it in, you can kind of, turn it over and let it sit. So basically you're gonna decide where you want your bunny to be, where you want your carrot to be. I just kind of do it side by side and just kind of stab into that styrofoam. Oh, okay. So that's all you're gonna do.
So like just right there in the middle?
You can do it right there. Yeah, you have your carrot too, so just kind of wherever you want to push it through.
It's tough finding the
trying to find the styrofoam after all
I bet you want to find the middle of it too.
Yeah, you want to try and find as best in the middle as you can and just kind of shove it down in there. So this part, like the parents could help help the kids do that, but that way it's also, you don't have to worry about glue and different things.
Kind of stick it down at an angle like
absolutely.
that maybe? Okay.
There you go. That's you've got some tough part of the wreath there.
All right, guys.
See if it's where you want it to be.
I like it. Do you like it?
I do like it.
Is that okay?
It looks fantastic.
All right.
There it is.
And there is your Easter bunny wreath here at Pinspire.
Well, and if you wonder where Bill is hanging this, it's actually on his desk, and we had to show it for this segment. So thank you, and well done, Bill. We're back after this.